India is not just one country. It is a collection of countless countries, all living inside one border. Imagine a place with more than 1.4 billion people. They speak over 19,500 languages and dialects. They follow nearly every major religion known to humanity. This is the India that has long been celebrated, a mosaic of cultures, traditions, and histories. For decades, India stood as an example, unity and diversity within a democratic framework. However, something is changing. The threads holding this fabric together are fraying. Polarization is on the rise. People are being pushed into opposing groups. The space for middle ground is shrinking. Suspicion creeps into once close communities. Us versus them is louder in speeches, on TV debates, and across social media feeds. The divide isn't just political, it enters living rooms and friendships. Debates quickly touch religion, caste, and regional identity. Small incidents escalate into conflicts, amplified by politicians and media. The social contract is under strain, and separatist ideas find new space to grow. To understand what's pulling India apart, we must examine each force, one community at a time. A powerful force reshaping India's political landscape is Hindutva. Hindutva is not the same as Hinduism. Hinduism is an ancient, diverse faith practiced by over 1 billion people. Hindutva is a political ideology that frames India as a Hindu nation, a Hindu Rashtra. It has gained political power, and its influence is visible from town bazaars to campuses and ministries. While seeking to unify Hindus, it often casts Muslims and Christians as outsiders. On the ground, processions, like Ram Navami in some places, have grown more assertive and militaristic. Young men, sometimes carrying swords or sticks, march through narrow lanes, often past Muslim homes. Provocative slogans and saffron flags signal a show of strength and dominance. These rallies can create intimidation and, at times, trigger communal clashes and violence. Another manifestation is the love jihad conspiracy, alleging Muslim men target Hindu women for conversion through marriage. Despite a lack of credible evidence, the narrative persists, promoted by Hindutva groups. It fuels vigilantism, interfaith couples harassed and threatened, sometimes violently. Several BJP-led states have passed laws complicating interfaith marriages, institutionalizing distrust. Events called Dharam Sansads have hosted open hate speech against Muslims, sometimes followed by arrests, often too slowly. Live-streamed rallies spread quickly, amplifying toxic messages across platforms. Normalization of hate speech creates permissive conditions for discrimination and violence, undermining India's secular framework. Step away from the noise. In a simple classroom, differences fade. Students share notes, jokes, and the same hard math problem. Alongside Hindu nationalism, India faces Islamist extremism, an intolerant fringe seeking to radicalize youth and reject democracy. In 2022, the Popular Front of India was banned as unlawful, alleged links to global terror and communal hatred. Raids followed nationwide, with hundreds detained. Authorities alleged funding networks, training camps, and targeted radicalization. Supporters cite security. Critics warn about due process and misuse of anti-terror laws. Extremists deploy sophisticated media, polished videos, inflammatory articles, doctored images. They target isolated, disaffected youth with belonging and purpose. Agencies monitor content, but volume and encryption keep the challenge ongoing. After Article 370's abrogation, security tightened, the nature of attacks shifted. Militants increased targeted killings. Civilians, migrant workers, and minorities including Hindus and Sikhs. The aim, spread fear and undercut claims of normalcy. In the hush of an ancient forest, anxieties fall away. The resilience of trees and streams reminds us, after storms, there can be regrowth. Another separatist challenge is the Khalistani movement, a call by some Sikhs for a sovereign state. It peaked in the late 1970s and 1980s, a decade of brutal violence that tore Punjab apart. Suppressed at home by the mid-1990s, embers persisted abroad, Canada, the UK, and the US. Activists held rallies, lobbied, funded media, and staged unofficial referendums. While impact in Punjab was limited, diplomacy with New Delhi often frayed. Within Punjab, daily struggles loom larger: agrarian crisis, drug addiction, and unemployment. Memories of the 1980s deter many from revisiting that darkness. Grievances over water rights and farm policies endure, sometimes exploited by extremists. In 2023, Hardeep Singh Nijjar's killing near a Gurdwara in British Columbia ignited a diplomatic crisis. Canada alleged links to Indian agents. India denied the accusation as absurd. Diplomats were expelled and visa services suspended, amplifying Khalistan's global profile. As Punjab exhales at sunset, life centers on land, family, and faith, a quiet strength beyond politics. In Manipur, 2023 saw brutal ethnic clashes between Meitei in the valley and Kuki-Zo tribes in the hills. Disputes over land rights and affirmative action spiraled into horrific violence, hundreds killed, thousands injured, and mass displacement. The state is effectively partitioned by buffer zones. Trust has broken down. Elsewhere, the Maoist insurgency simmers across the Red Corridor. Tribal forests in central and eastern India. Rebels claim to fight for marginalized communities, waging guerrilla war on the state and political rivals. Despite official claims of decline, rebels retain the capacity for deadly attacks. Christians face targeted violence and disruption, from vigilante mobs to vandalized churches and false conversion charges. Though often localized, these incidents deepen fear and strain India's secular identity. Let a calm river or rolling hills offer a pause, reminding us of continuity beyond conflict. These divisions aren't accidental. They're fueled by leaders using divisive rhetoric as a political tool. From coded phrases to outright hate speech, minorities are demonized and majorities told to fear. Rhetoric normalizes prejudice, enables discrimination, and sometimes violence. A stark example: bulldozers demolishing homes and shops of accused protesters, often without due process. These actions have disproportionately targeted Muslims, spreading fear and subjugation. Misinformation on WhatsApp and Facebook, fabricated stories, doctored videos, and memes stokes mistrust. The speed and reach of lies have incited real-world violence. Some TV channels abandon neutrality. High-decibel debates that entrench us versus them frames. Extremist voices get oxygen while moderates are marginalized. Political rhetoric, social media misinformation, and sensational media coverage reinforce a cycle of fracture. Watch a flock move as one, no shouting, no slogans, just coordinated motion toward the light. The challenges are daunting, but India's greatest asset is its youth, more than half under 25. Begin with habits, become critical consumers, question WhatsApp forwards, verify sources, seek diverse views, revive conversation, create respectful spaces to talk across disagreements, discuss difficult topics with empathy, listen to understand, not just to reply. Start in canteens, parks, and homes. Stitch the social fabric one thread at a time. Demand accountability. Use your voice and your vote to reject divisive politics. Back leaders focused on education, healthcare, and jobs, not communal hatred. Join peaceful protests, sign petitions, and run constructive campaigns for justice and equality. Hold fast to constitutional values, pluralism, secularism, democracy. Move from passive observer to active participant in your community. Volunteer locally, work with NGOs, and stand with targeted communities. When organized, youth become a force too large to ignore. The energy, idealism, and sheer numbers of young Indians can drive positive change. Like a great river, society can absorb differences, yet keep flowing toward a common future. As evening cools the day, the anxieties of noise soften to a gentle hum. We saw assertive marches, shadowy extremism, echoes of Khalistan, tragedy in Manipur, and the media's role in fanning flames. We also found quiet hope in classrooms, forests, rivers, and the rhythms of Punjab's fields. For India's youth, reject hatred, build bridges, and rededicate to a pluralistic, compassionate nation. The future is unwritten, and it will be shaped by choices made today. If conversations like this matter to you, help them reach more people. Like this video, subscribe for more calm, fact-led stories, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching.